Hey, happy Friday. This is Derek Demore with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. It's been a really good week. Thankful to be here. Hopefully, we can help you with positive points for the morning and to kind of set up what's going to happen over the weekend, maybe where our money should be put most intelligently. Opening bell this morning after a nice run up from this bottom channel. You can see where we have a break, and I'm going to add a channel for the bottom. So the next candlestick, you can see that our spot where it's going to touch is at 1250. So that's where I put my limit order and actually got in perfectly at 1250. And it went up to 1750. So took one of the contracts off. Ironically, we're still in the trade right now because I was going for 7 points. We haven't hit 7 points yet. So it's one of those tough calls. Do you take it? I moved my stop up to 12, so I'll only have a half point loss if it comes down and gets me out. But overall, good trade. I think we're going to keep bumping up a little bit. We'll find out. Let's go and look at the other markets real quick. So here's the NASDAQ. Ironically, the Russell was just pumping right before, like with 3 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go before opening bell. The Russell was just pumping up. So I'm like, man, I really think that both the NAS and the S&P were going to pump. So I didn't want to wait for too much of a pullback. So do the channel line, and you can see about the same distance. Our entry should be right around 12,756. And I got in it to actually put it at right where it was at 56. I put it at 56, and it just went. So that was a great trade. I did 25 points, but I could have gotten a lot more. So and then the next, I went 25 and 35 on the NASDAQ. So that was a wonderful trade, and we're back above this 12,791 line. So we'll see what happens during the day, and we'll go over the dailies in a bit. I want to switch over to the Russell and show you what kind of happened. Very interesting. So as you can see on the Russell, it just launched on the pre-opening bell candlestick. I mean, we could go to the 1 minute and you can see how this went up, but I mean, it way exceeded. So, I mean, I should have probably waited to get in first at the 21.99 area on a pullback. But sometimes it just launches, and I was expecting all the markets to launch. So I'll kind of show you what happened here. So my first entry was at 2201. I should have waited until 21.99 for my first entry, but I wasn't going to let this defeat me. I just, I waited for the 2 sigma touch, had my last entry at the R1 and the 2 sigma touch, and it turned around. So I wasn't I was also using the 200 period as a line of defense, so to speak, but it turned around before that and gave me some really nice points. My average was right around 21.95. So got out for roughly 6 points on that one. The move was prior to the opening bell. So let's go look at the dailies and see kind of where things might end up for the weekend. So to look at my predictions, it actually went up. It ended like yesterday. I thought it was going to be at the top of the channel. It ends at the top of the channel the next day, rather than my 2 kind of predictions down here. It did go down to the bottom of the channel, touch, and bump back. I thought it would just bump back to this area, but it went all the way back. So basically bounced off the channel in the 89 period and the 2 sigma on the dailies. So today, very interesting. I see a lot of excitement. Maybe it was Biden's speech. I have no idea. I doubt it. But, right now, we kicked over a very short wick. Unless we get a turnaround right now, this most likely is going to end the day right around 36.7 and maybe all the way up to 61. So let's just see. I'm going to move these as we speak up to, this area and this area. Wait, sorry, this area and this area. And we'll see what happens. All right, go to the others. So it's so funny how I'm a day off. Like literally yesterday, I had the end where it was going to close is right in the middle, or the middle of the candlestick. And what happens in the NASDAQ? It ends right in the middle of my two predictions. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway, nice bounce. It's pulled back from the 10 period. Man, this is going to be tough. I got to think about this for a second. Hold on. All right, I did some analysis. I just see, it's bounced off that ridge, kind of the center line of the down channel, popping back up above the 10 period, above the Bollinger, get back up to the 50 period EMA, at least to touch there. It might end a little bit below. So I might pull it down right there. All right, so we're going to leave those. But again, I see long on all these markets today and through the weekend. Well, and now to finish with the S&P, that's pretty close. It didn't quite get up to the top and pull back. So it did pull back about the amount that I thought it would once it hit, but it didn't quite reach. Man, this looks to get at least to 39.33 again. Is it going to get back up to potentially the R1? I think it might today. This is just a push today. And let's see, the other possibility would be ending right there. All right. I just see, with all the money pumping in and just the last few days, people getting their checks, etc. This is probably where we're going to end up here. So, hey, hopefully this was helpful. Diversify, learn how to trade, learn how to recognize candlesticks and price action trading, and come with us. We're going to have Anthony Crudele on our show on April 12th. So you're welcome to tell your friends and check us out. And we just want to help people become better traders and learn more about the futures and investing. And hopefully all together, we become more profitable. So thanks for being with Futures Tomorrow and Futures Networks Live. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you